All right, here with head softball coach Shannon Salsburg. And coach, I'd say a fairly successful week, 4-2, 3-1 in the MAC. Talk about what the team did well last week.
Well, the team hit very well last week. I think we hit 282 as a team. Had a bunch of people contribute, which was really exciting. Some of the folks down in our lineup who've been working on finding ways to consistently find ways to get on really did a great job last week. That made a huge difference. I know Paris had a great week for us on the mound, as did Jamie. And just defensively, we supported our pitching.
Talk about those two pitchers, Paris and Jamie. We had a chance to interview Jamie after one of the games earlier this week, and she referred to herself and Paris as peas in a pod. They both seem to contribute so much, and odds are you're going to see both of them in a game if one doesn't go complete. Talk about how they feed off of each other.
Well, I'll tell you, first of all, their relationship's fantastic. Oftentimes when you have two kids with so many innings, it becomes a battle of who's going to throw more. And they're such team players. They understand that together they can do great things. They complement each other very, very nicely. Jamie throws a little harder, and she tends to go down and up, and Paris tends to go side to side and really spin the ball. So it just is a perfect marriage right now. Peas in a pod, I could see that, to say the least. But, just one of the things I think is so unique is when I go out and I remove one of them, they come into the dugout, you can see them regroup, because obviously they're disappointed that they couldn't go the full 7, as any competitor would be. And then literally, by the time we have our next first pitch, they're screaming louder than anyone else in the dugout for whichever one I threw out there. So that's exciting.
If you could just elaborate on the different styles that they both bring to the circle, for those that may not understand the pitching side of softball.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you, Jamie is kind of the kid that she wears her sunglasses, and she really has this presence on the mound. She stands tall, and she's a little taller kid. So she, first of all, just has this presence like, oh, who is this girl, and what's she going to throw? She does throw the ball a little harder, and then she tends to throw a drop off, so it's going to come in at your knees and kind of drop off. She has other pitches, for sure. She can go side to side as well. Paris is a little bit more, she's a spinner, which means that she tends to want to make the ball just dance as it comes towards the batter. So they're going to swing and miss a lot and think they were right on the pitch, and all of a sudden it moves. And the combination of the two, the power and the spinning, is just, it's fantastic.
If someone would have told you, beginning of the season that you'd be the number 1 team in the MAC right now, what would you say to them?
I would have said then we must be doing some really good things, and we must be pretty consistent to be there, because the MAC is a tough conference. There's parity top to bottom. I'd also say at this point, if we're the top, if you would have said halfway through you're the top, fantastic, but we have the other half to go, and we're definitely not overlooking anybody. It's a long season. There are a lot of great teams in the MAC. There is no team that's going to lay over and say, oh, they're the top team. And we know that. But are we excited? Yes. The kids have done a great job of putting themselves in a great position.
Well, speaking of other teams, give us a quick preview of what softball fans should expect in this coming week. We play Eastern Kentucky tomorrow here at home, and then go on the road and play Toledo.
Yeah. Well, Eastern Kentucky is a feisty team. They are a team that's going to put the ball in play on you. They're going to make you make plays. Their pitching is going to come right at you. So I consider Eastern Kentucky a really nice MAC team. So we're going to come out ready to go tomorrow. We're going to shake those Wednesday blues and really come out and get after them. Toledo is Toledo. It doesn't matter who you are, where you are in the standings, what's happening. Toledo wants to beat us, and we want to beat them. Toledo is a team that is on the rise. They're doing a nice job this year. They're scoring a lot of runs. Their pitching has had some really good days and had some days where they've struggled. But I can tell you right now, those are going to be dogfights. I'm glad they're single games. We play only Saturday and Sunday because I think each game is going to take a lot out of each team. And, obviously we're going to do everything in our power to get those W's, but it's not going to be easy.
Last question. We talked about beginning of the year. You wanted your team to have that tenacity, to stay tenacious. Do you feel that you've done that to this point? And how are you going to stay on that, even though the Bowling Green is number 1 in the MAC right now?
These kids are really hungry, and we have a lot of young ladies who remember where we've been. And while they're proud of where we're going, we still know we can be better by the end of the season. So we're going to stay on the path that we're on right now, and get after it. And there's some things we need to adjust. There's some things that we're going to really sit down and focus on at practice this week that I still don't think we're doing as well as we could. So we're going to stay after it, and I'll tell you, we're going to give it our best shot all the way through. But I can guarantee you the team that goes at the end of the season is still going to be better than the team you're seeing right now.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you.